Hello and welcome to another episode of Scott Reads Comics. Today I would like to cover Thor number 380, published in 1987 by Marvel Comics. This issue is famous for being the last issue of writer-artist Walt Simonson's run, his long run on Thor, which began with issue 337. This issue features a wonderful cover by Walt Simonson. Let's dive in and take a look. So, our title is Mjolnir's Song. Writing and layouts, Walter Simonson. Finishes, Sal Buscema. Lettering, John Workman. Coloring, Max Scheele. Editing, Ralph Macchio. Editor-in-Chief, Jim Shooter. A quick side note about this issue. We have the credits basically stating that Walt Simonson is responsible for the writing and the layouts, and Sal Buscema does the finishes. However, I think you're going to see as we go through this issue, and it's become sort of a poorly kept secret, that Walt Simonson pretty much did all of the artwork for this issue. And because he is one of the best people in the business, he allowed Sal Buscema to have a finishing credit so he could get paid for the issue. But this being his last issue, Walt wanted to kind of do everything when it came to writing and drawing it. So it's spectacular, and it's got a particular gimmick or storytelling method that we're about to see here that makes it kind of unique. So quick sidebar note here. Thor is wearing his armor. He is currently under the curse of Hela, which makes his bones brittle, but also makes him impossible to die. So he's kind of like a Tithonus, if you have ever read Tennyson's epic poem Tithonus, a character who is immortal but still ages and his body degrades with time, and it's just torture. And that is what Hela has inflicted on Thor going into this issue. He's been dealing with this for some time. Here he is battling his legendary foe, the Midgard serpent. And we have this incredible double-page spread for pages 2 and 3 of this issue. Give it up, Thor. You cannot fly high enough to escape me or Hela's enmity. I know that the goddess of death has cursed you with brittle bones and robbed you of the ability to die, thereby unmaking the old prophecies. For if Thor cannot die, how shall his ancient nemesis Jormungandr perish? I must admit that I was taken unawares by your newly acquired plumage. But gleaming feathers do not give victory, and birds are only mismangled reptiles. You will never shine as brightly as a true serpent. Look at this incredible panorama of just the scale of the two combatants. It's incredible. And Simonson is really laying it on thick here with the art and the dialogue. It's pretty incredible. And of course, those patented John Workman sound effects that have been the hallmark of this incredible multi-year run on Thor. Bracketh wham! Mayhap a taste of the hammer of Thor will curb your appetite. So we can see here, as we turn the page, this issue is going to be told entirely in basically single-page pinups. There's not going to be a ton there's not really going to be any panels in this issue. It's the storytelling's all going to be done with this single page device, which is pretty amazing. And really, a pro like Walt Simonson with his storytelling chops, he can handle an assignment like this. A lot of artists couldn't. Jormungandr is too powerful to be injured easily. Yet the might of Mjolnir in the hand of Thor is the might of Asgard unfettered. And the fighting heart of Thor shall know no surrender. Shakash. So the two are really going at it here. And John Workman in his final partnership here with Walt Simonson on Thor is really getting a workout. Crack-a-da-doom. Really awesome here. We get some lilting, almost poetic exposition in these captions here. And these may be from the prose edda, I'm not sure. The earth trembled at Thor's touch. Drenched with blood and fire, the fearful sun hid its face. Locked in fate's embrace, they had no hope of victory, only glory and doom. So the two combatants continue to have this monumental encounter. And certainly no shortage of dialogue here in this all pin-up issue. Truly, mortals are the most incorrigible, fabulous. Yet here I am in the full flower of my glory, while you wear an iron skin to protect yourself, and challenge me to battle. Little godling, I shall inscribe your name upon the finest tombstone imaginable. Oh, this might be my favorite page. There's a couple in here that vie for that designation, but this one is right up there. No! Is it not said, Jormungandr, that haste makes waste? Or are such trite epigrams beyond the proverbial wisdom of the serpent? Look at the keening Mjolnir flying as Thor hurls it and just absolutely smites Jormungandr with it. Totally awesome. And here, always faithful, it returns to Thor's hand. Who witnessed the world's beginning? Who will watch the world's end? The towering world tree, Yggdrasil, totters as 9 worlds within its compass. Shiver, Mjolnir returned, its master's call, and no power on earth may restrain it. So here, Jormungandr is in intense agony as he writhes from the blow. And just the scale communicated, the depth in this pinup page is amazing. And Thor is once again streaking toward him, taking the battle to him. Careless Thor, a powerful blow, but the hammer you wield will not win the victory alone. And in your attack, you have dropped your guard. Farewell, hero, for no seat in Valhalla is for you. The Valkyries shall never find the body of Thor and bear it thence. Enter the jaws of Jormungandr and despair. So this is incredible here as his yawning maw almost sucks Thor in. And crackang, he bites down. And all we see is Thor's crimson cape here hanging out. So we know on this page that Thor has been swallowed, but has he? Because on this next page, what I think might be my favorite page in this story, Thor breaks out. Scratch! He smashes Jormungandr's toothy maw to bits and emerges unscathed. Heimdall's horn blared louder, the trumpet's blast. In his cave cowered the hellhound Garen, Odin's warrior offspring, Loki's great worm. Each measured his foe, his heart foreboding, as the fates measured their lives' length. The battle songs, in hope and hatred begun, sang no longer. Silence gripped the earth. The worlds were frozen. Even heaven watched, their eyes locked. Would you know more? So here Thor ponders the situation. The serpent himself has shown me the way. Mjolnir and Thor shall become one, the weapon of destiny, sung by the ancient skalds. Great, just really beautiful panel here with a close-up on Thor, his now bearded face to cover his scars, and the ornate armor that's keeping him going. And then we get a nice close-up on Jormungandr's countenance. And should you unleash your full power against me, you will destroy yourself. You face eternity as an immortal pudding. Not even a fool would court such a fate, so you will hesitate and be lost as I unleash my death strike. When I talked about showing depth of field earlier, this is incredible. Just the ability of Simonson here with his ability to just draw figures, bend figures, and use perspective to show the gigantic, the enormous Jormungandr streaking toward a distant Thor who's just a speck on the horizon. Just the sheer enormity of this battle is just overwhelming and communicated so well by the art and the story. Thus are legends born, Thor says as he streaks toward Jormungandr. The two forces, the irresistible force, the immovable object. So Mjolnir's mighty wielder surrendered gladly his guardianship of mortals. Odin's son embraced his doom without despair, slew the serpent, broke the world's silence. 9 steps the hero took, striding as a giant. This is awesome here as Thor, seemingly unconscious and aflame, plummets away from the reeling Jormungandr, possibly having dealt him a death blow. And maybe the greatest John Workman sound effect of all. Cream. Just incredible. To earth he fell, recking not his resting place. Silent his hammer, Mjolnir's song ended. This tale is told. Would you know more? So that's it. And this is the final page of our story. Actually is the only page of our story which utilizes a traditional panel structure. And we have these 4 horizontal panels, each one showing a greater close-up of an empty suit of armor. Thor may be no more. Next issue, the old shell game, featuring the pulse-pounding return of the unstoppable enemy, the one foe Thor's never beaten. And right now, the Thunder Guard can't even thumb wrestle. Go ahead and miss this one. We dare you. I don't remember who takes over after this, but this is Walt's last issue of a long, some would say historic run. And we don't even get a letters page thanking him. We don't get a sign off. I'm kind of bummed out about that. I wish we would have had a proper goodbye. I guess the story itself is our goodbye. And what a goodbye it was, really. Just absolutely tremendous. Fantastic work. So glad that you came, stopped by here to watch it with me and read through it with me. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, and I'll bring you more soon on Scott Reads Comics. Thanks for watching.